GM guys, welcome back to the Ladders Club. A lot happening in the markets. Today, the US market is going to be closed because of the President's Day, but our trades do not stop. We continue to trade. If you're following, if you're subscribed already, you know that we are trading with proper risk management and with journaling as well. And no other YouTube channel is doing that. If you want to gamble, then do not follow me, do not subscribe to this channel. But if you really want to trade or learn this art of trading, then you have to be subscribed here. Also, no financial advice, but if you have any kind of questions, put it in the comment section. In this video, 5 to 7 minutes long, I've got trades for you. Bitcoin, Altcoin, I've got a stock trade, which is Netflix. In my opinion, that trade is a very high conviction trade, a risky one as well, but very high conviction trade. And I've got a Polymarket bet. So let's not waste much time. Let's get into the video. First thing I want to talk about is journaling. Please journal your trades. Make sure that you're journaling your trades. That way you will understand what mistakes you're making. That way you will stay away from the greed as well. That way you will be systematic in your trading. Until now, in February, 2 weeks done, we have had 0 loser trades. Does not happen a lot, but luck favors the bold as well. We are making sure that we are only taking high conviction setups. Until now, we've got 3 longs in February, 4 shorts, out of which 40% were equities trades and 60% were crypto trade. Average win percentage is 6.5%. Everything is public. My whole journal is public. Tell me one YouTuber whose journal is public. No one. All right. Which is why you need to be subscribed here. Which is the reason why you need to be subscribed here. And my ROI is doing excellent. This is my BitGet ROI. If you see, in February itself, I've given 227% gain in my futures portfolio. Thanks to Palantir short position, thanks to the Coinbase short position as well, where I went mega. But BTC at this time was negative 18%. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. The gains are really good. Obviously, we're going to have losers as well. But right now, we're getting winners and we need to stick with our strategy. We need to stick with our plan. Now comes BTC. A lot of people talking about what's going to happen with Bitcoin. Are we going to go towards the upside or towards the downside? No one knows, guys. We do not have a crystal ball. No one in this world has a crystal ball. I can show you many indicators. I can show you so many different on-chain analytics, production cost, electrical cost, this cost, that cost. Does not really matter. What matters in the end is price. If you do not believe in that, then you have to and you will one day. Price is the first thing that comes on the chart, and price actually has everything incorporated into it, every single news piece, which is why technical analysis always believes in efficient market hypothesis. If you look at the Bitcoin chart right now is coming back to this 200-week SMA. I'm not going to open a position at 200-week SMA because I believe that there will be a wick below the 200-week SMA like we had in the last bear market, wherein Bitcoin stayed below the 200-week SMA for around 273 days. Excellent. If that's going to happen, where is our limit order? So I talked about how I'm going to give you the first BTC HTF long limit order. Here you go. On Bitfunded, I've already put the limit order over here. Look, 53,500. 53,500, which is the HTF support over here. And that is going to be a discount of 60%, where I'm going to buy some spot BTC as well. So that is the level where I'm going to long BTC. Yes, I know it's too far, but this is my strategy. Kapoor limit orders. And this is how we win in the game. I've got some MTF setup as well, so do not be emotional about this one. But yeah, put a limit order over here for a long position at 5x. Why not? And get some spot as well. 60% discount on Bitcoin at 53.5 plus. It's a major support. Look at that. It was a support in September, in July, in July again, and it was a resistance in February 2024. So if you want to trade on Bitfunded, link is in the description. If you don't want to, that is okay. Trade it on your real account, do whatever you want to. According to the time as well, in history, if you go back, Bitcoin bottom is not going to be before October 2026. Yes, if there is aggressive amount of selling happening before that, then we can see the bottom in summer as well, like Ben Cowan said. But right now, I believe there is going to be massive consolidation. People are going to get bored of the whole market. People are going to actually leave the market as well. And this consolidation is going to be around 150 days. It's going to be a massive range as well. People will lose a lot of money. They will quit crypto. And that is when it's going to be the best time. Not the price. It's about the existence. When people actually start to question the existence of BTC and the whole crypto market, that is when we accumulate spot at high conviction. All right, high conviction. That is the main agenda here. Now, what about the MTF setup? Because I also mentioned that I've got an MTF setup for Bitcoin. I think this is one of the most important ones, right? Bitcoin right now is consolidating into this ascending triangle, which is in fact a classical technical analysis pattern. Now, 62% of the time, according to the textbook, it breaks towards the upside, but there's a 38% chance that it's going to break towards the downside as well. Volume right now is decreasing, which is the perfect pattern in an ascending triangle. Now, I want some more consolidation into this ascending triangle, which can take around 3 to 4 more days. And what does that mean? That means that 3 to 4 days there won't be any kind of action in Bitcoin chart. There's just going to be some consolidation, and price is going to reach the apex soon. And when the price actually breaks towards upside or towards the downside, that is when we take the trade. Now, in this kind of setup, you cannot put a limit order. Obviously, you cannot put a limit order because you don't know which side it's going to break. But whichever side it's going to break, you can actually take a trade. So I'm telling you, if it breaks towards the upside, if it breaks towards the upside, then the retest is going to be your trade. If it breaks towards the downside, then the retest is going to be your trade. So very simple trade. You have to take it on leverage, obviously, no financial advice, but that is how I'm playing this Bitcoin MTF setup. Super clean. My charts are super clean, guys. So you've got 2 trades. One is HTF, one is MTF. Now let's come to what's happening this week. As I said, President's Day, Monday, the market is going to be closed, but then you've got PC inflation. Very, very important. Why? Because this is Fed's preferred inflation gauge. Very important. That's why I've got red over here. Look. Then you've got Fed meetings. I don't think it's important. So actually, I want to remove this red from Fed meetings. Then you've got the GDP numbers coming out. So what these events are going to do is they're going to bring some volatility into the markets, but it's not very important, to be honest with you. The most important thing is PC inflation. Plus, you've got some crypto events that I'm going to talk about. The Ethereum Denver starts on February 18th. I don't think so it's going to be any kind of trade, but I think Jupiter can definitely bring a trade. So Jupiter proposal to pause emissions goes live on February 17th. And in my opinion, this is a known information and it could be a really good short opportunity. I'm going to show it on the chart as well. Don't worry about it. Now, moving forward, one thing I wanted to show you guys is the total put call ratio. You guys know how much I believe in numbers. And put call ratio is one of the best ways to determine what's happening in the market. Right now, the put call ratio is actually sitting at a very, very high level. It's at the 1 level, and it usually bottoms at this level. Yes, it can spike towards the upside as well. Look here, it spiked in 2024. It spiked in the 4th month and the 1st month as well. It can spike, obviously, but we might be close to a local bottom on S&P. And I'm saying might be because no one knows where the bottom is going to be. So first trade I want to talk, or the only trade, the only trade I want to talk about in stocks is Netflix. Now, Netflix is one of the stocks which is falling really, really hard. From the all-time highs, this thing is actually down 42%. And in my opinion, it's a good stock. Fundamentally as well, they're doing a lot of things. One reason why it's falling is because of the partnership of Warner Bros. And which is not happening at the moment. And Polymarket is expecting it to happen mid-year, and some people are saying that it's not going to happen at all. We don't care. We're looking at the price action. We're looking at the chart. And chart-wise, we made a lot of money in Coinbase and Palantir last week. So let's continue that streak, right? This is a high conviction setup. I scanned around 100 S&P 500 charts, the top ones, and I found this one, all right? So if you see, look at this, the 67.5 until this $69 or $70 level for Netflix is a high conviction level. And I think there is going to be a massive bounce when the price reaches this level, and the price can actually go towards the $80 level as well. So if you take this trade, you can get a 15% move. And if you take it on a DEX on leverage like Hyperliquid, Lighter, or anywhere you want, I take it on BitGet, then you can actually trade it on leverage too. I'm going to do it on 5x. And if you see the number over here, the resistance, this was a major resistance in July 2024, and it was the all-time high in November 2021 as well, when the price actually moved towards the downside pretty fast. That move towards the downside was 76%. Obviously, this trade can go wrong, because we are trying to catch the falling knife. But this falling knife is good. It looks good. I think there will be a bounce, and we get that bounce on higher time frame. This is my strategy. Higher time frame, boop, towards the upside. Quick trade, high leverage, done. But in this, we're not taking high leverage because it's It's a bit risky. It's a bit risky, but I like the trade a lot. I like the trade a lot. So I'm going to be taking this one. I'm going to be adding it to my journal as well. So don't worry about it. Everything I say in this video is going to be in the journal. So you don't have to worry about that. I don't want to scam anyone here. I really don't want to scam anyone. Now let's come to commodities. We talked about Bitcoin. We talked about stocks. Let's come to commodities, and then we'll go towards altcoins and we'll end the video pretty fast. I don't want to waste a lot of time of yours. No 40-minute, 1-hour videos here. Metals trading activity in China is skyrocketing right now. It's at the 5 times the average monthly volume seen in the first 11 months of 2025. Look at the chart. Look at the chart. This is Shanghai's future exchange trading volumes. Look at that. It's absolutely crazy. The commodities volume right now in China and all over the world is increasing at a very, very fast pace. And I'm looking at gold and I'm like, wow, it looks very similar to what Bitcoin is doing right now. Look at this. Bitcoin chart, not this one, sorry, this one. Bitcoin chart forming an ascending triangle. And what is gold doing? Gold is also forming an ascending triangle. Literally 1-to-1. It's the same. It's the same chart setup, and I'm going to play it the same way. So what I'm trying to do here is, if it breaks towards the upside, then I'm going to buy the retest. Obviously, I'm going to long this thing on a DEX anywhere you want to. Doesn't matter. And if it goes towards the downside, then I'm going to short the retest, and the price is going to come towards the downside to this level. Now, how do you check what is the target of the ascending triangle? You just take the price from here, price range from here to until the neckline, and you put it like this. And for the downside as well, you do the same thing. Literally the same thing. And this is how classical technical analysis work, guys. Very, very simple. Now, let's come to Ethereum and other altcoins, and then we'll end the video. You've got the Ethereum Denver happening. You've got the Jupiter proposal, as I talked about it. Many people are talking about Hyperliquid, who is going to announce the second airdrop on February 18th. And Lighter will soon allow using a tokenized version of its LLP vault as trading collateral. So these are 4 news pieces that I'm looking at. Ethereum Denver doesn't really matter to me because I don't think so there is going to be volatility at that time. But Hyperliquid is trying to come towards the downside towards our limit order, which is at 26.5 until 27.5. My stop loss is not 10%. I'm really sorry about that. It's around 6.5%, or you can take 4 to 5% as well if you're on high leverage. And my final target is going to be around 28%. So that's a 4.1 risk reward ratio trade, which I already have. It's in my this thing as well, my journal as well. So don't worry about it. Plus, you can actually put it on Bitfunded. You just need to go here, Hyperliquid. I'm going to put around risk 3% of my capital, and it's going to be 26.7, let's say, because I'm telling you 26.5 to 27.5 is the level. So if you put around 3% isolated 5x, you buy, open a long position, and here you go. This is how the Kapoor game works. Limit orders, pretty simple. That is how you're going to win. Lighter. Now Lighter, I told you about the news already. I've showed you here. Lighter will soon allow using a tokenized version of its LLP vault as trading collateral. So I'm looking at the chart right now. It's consolidating. I do not have a trade at the moment, but I just want you to have this in your watch list, because as soon as it breaks out and comes back, this can be a trade. I'm not saying it's a trade. Please don't take it as a trade. I'm not going to put it on journal as well. But if it is a trade, then I'm going to announce it on my Twitter. If it is a trade and it's going to wait, if it actually waits until 1 to 2 days, then I'm going to make another video, obviously, because I'm making a video every 2 days just to make sure that you are on the right side of the market. Like we are on the right side of the market, all of us together. All right. So the final thing I want to talk about is Jupiter. Now we know the Jupiter proposal is coming on February 17th, and today it's 16th of February, which is tomorrow. So if the price actually moved towards the upside today in anticipation of the news, then this is going to be a very good shorting opportunity. Why? Because of efficient market hypothesis. We already have the information. The information is known. So it is going to be a sell the news event. And that is why if the price reaches this level, which is the apex, the collision of the trendline resistance as well as the horizontal resistance, then this is a very, very beautiful short opportunity in my opinion on Jupiter. Now, I also said that there is a surprise setup, right? What is the surprise setup on Polymarket? I talked about it, but if you guys haven't taken it until now, then please take it. Ethereum getting flipped in 2026. That is what I've taken. No financial advice, obviously, but I think USDT is going to flip Ethereum very soon, because we are in a bear market, and I've calculated Ethereum only has to fall 25 to 27% for Tether to actually go to the second place. And I think 25 to 27% for Ethereum in a bear market is nothing. It's going to happen, and I'm going to win this. So I added to my position at 50%. Sorry, I took the position at 50%, and I think it's going to go to 100%. It's literally once it flips, not by the end of 2026. Anytime in 2026. If it flips, you win the trade. Very simple. So I've taken this Polymarket bet. I've also added this into my journal. Look, Ethereum flip over here, 50%. So no scamming at all, guys. Now, what you need to do is subscribe, like, share, comment. That is it. I'll see you later. Bye bye.